Hey, yes, welcome to the channel. We react a little differently around here, different films, different format, hope you like it. Happy Holidays 2024, everyone! Today's movie is A Christmas to Treasure from 2022, directed by Jake Helgren, and starring Taylor Frey, Kyle Dean Massey, and Roberto Aguire. So, let's put our feet up and watch A Christmas to Treasure.
You bring the naughty, I've got the nice. I'll hang the mess.
Wow. You really cleaned up out here, huh?
Yeah, well, somebody had to. The place was a mess.
No signs of a buried treasure? And the Christmas lights?
Doing it for Mrs. Marley.
Mrs. Marley's gone. Did she mention you're trespassing?
Well, I wouldn't be if you gave me the keys and the deed already.
The city's selling the place, Ev.
What?
I held out as long as I could with them. They're putting a realtor on the property to sell by New Year's.
Oh, bummer.
What? There's nothing that we can do? I mean, can I make like a down payment or something?
Unless you can pay all of the property taxes from the last year, plus a down payment of $200K.
Ouch.
Then no. Even if we did manage to get the property up and running, it wouldn't make enough in the first year alone to stop the inevitable.
You said
That's
there's no
true.
buyer yet, though?
Not that I know of, but they're putting Rochelle on it next week to try to get a listing up before the holiday.
Good. So it means we have some time.
You're so stubborn. No way.
You think it's legit?
Yeah, this is Miss Marley's handwriting. I'd know it anywhere from the hunts we used to go on when we were kids.
Yeah, but do you really think there's buried treasure on her property? I thought that was just town folklore.
Well, that was the idea, but the only treasure we ever found were golden eggs full of candy, so... This came in today's mail?
Yep.
And so it begins.
You got one, too.
I think we know who all got these.
You think the whole gang got one?
I mean, it sounds like something Mrs. Marley would do, right?
How
No, they won't
fun.
come. Michelle and Clay always fly their parents to Chicago for the holidays, and Tipper's family doesn't even live here anymore.
Well, maybe they will. I texted Michelle. She said she's working on Clay. I mean, she even said she would text Tipper, too. So,
And Austin?
I mean, doesn't Austin always come home for the holidays?
We haven't seen them in ages, Ev. You really think they're gonna be as into this as you are?
I think you need a little more holiday spirit.
You just want to find this treasure so you can buy out the property.
Well, yeah, sure.
So what if I do?
Look, if there was really treasure there, you don't think we would know?
Hey, never seen Santa before, and you still believe in him, right?
Pam at Dawson's confirmed it was all detailed in Mrs. Marley's will that those letters were supposed to be mailed out 2 weeks before Christmas.
Did you say anything else?
Nope. She just giggled and said, "Merry Christmas and happy hunting."
It's cute. I like the sound of that.
Did you get one of these
too?
But Miss Marley, I thought you said she passed earlier in the spring.
Yeah, she did. These must have been sent posthumously by a lawyer, maybe. Okay, but maybe not that absurd. My dad always said he thought that she was hiding something over there.
Yeah, and your dad also said that if we stared at the stars long enough, we'd see UFOs behind them.
He did admit that that was a ploy to keep us busy during summer campouts. What if there really is like a buried treasure out there? No, just go with me. If there
Yeah.
is, and if by chance we did find it, it could potentially be enough money to
Set
really
you up.
start this partnership properly.
Austin,
Yeah.
you can't really believe that. That's just some silly idea we used to toy around with when we were kids. Wow, this really brings back memories. Do you really think it could be there? This so-called buried treasure?
Who knows? Maybe. But if not, that'll be a fun trip down memory lane, huh?
Did you know this was up for sale?
Nope, sure didn't.
What they think would happen with it? She died.
And Tipper, oh, what has it been, like 4 years since we visited LA?
Totally. Merry Christmas, you guys.
It's so good to see you, son.
So, if you're my little Tipper,
Then you must be Chipper.
Oh my God.
All these years later, dear, and it's still not
No,
funny.
dad jokes.
so you hear you're home for a hunt.
Ah, news travels fast. How'd you know? You know I didn't tell you on purpose.
The treasure is there, and it's real.
Not to mention, you're adults now, so this will be immature.
You know what? I'm not gonna do this with you guys right now. Why don't you help us with our bags so we can get settled in?
Thank you so much.
So, Tipper, are you seeing anyone?
Nope, I am as free as a bird.
And what about our son, is he?
Wow. Just like that. I need a drink. Do you want to text Michelle?
Nice
See if the
segue.
gang's willing to meet up?
Sure.
I'm guessing this is Sam's parents.
You nailed it.
Oh, look, they're here.
Everett's here.
Mm-hmm.
You knew about this, didn't you? Michelle told you when you talked to her.
Yep,
And that's why you agreed to come, was because of him.
absolutely.
The drama.
My goodness, I'm so happy to see you guys. Well, I rep half of the guys on this team now. So now you know why we don't have any children. I have so many.
And wow, Everett, you're here.
Yeah, I've been back for a year or so now. You didn't know?
No, that's news to me.
Awkward.
Everett has apparently been fixing up Miss Marley's place this past year.
Surprised he hasn't already found her hidden treasure. Unless he has, and all this is just a ploy to get us home for Christmas.
We saw the for sale sign. It's too bad, really.
Yeah, well, they won't have the chance to sell if I have anything to say about it.
And what do you have to say about it?
I'm gonna find the
Find this
treasure.
treasure.
Yeah.
I'm buying the place. I'm gonna fix it up, turn it into a bed and breakfast or something. You know, maybe even revive the hunt.
Do my parents happen to know about some of this?
Yeah, of course. I see them all the time.
Okay. Hey, who wants drinks?
I do. Tipper and I, we started our own business, social media branding and strategies. So it's going quite well. Booming, actually. I'm very happy.
You didn't know I was gonna be here.
No one disclosed that to me.
They wanted to see the
Can we at
reactions.
least just talk, be civil?
That is what I remember best. You gave up.
Ouch, Austin. You don't have to be like that. You know, I didn't want to leave.
It's not that you left, Everett. It's how you left.
Okay.
And you wouldn't let him apologize, so.
You know wine's not meant to be chugged, right?
All right, so the treasure hunt. Start tomorrow, get it over with, and off we go.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be hard to locate the map Miss Marley claims is hidden in the house because we don't have the keys.
Who has the keys?
Ricky has them.
Hi.
Hi.
Mickey.
Hi. Merry Christmas. It's so good to see you.
Tipper?
I tried to stop her.
It's fine, Jeannie. She's an old friend.
Oh.
You said you'd never step foot in this town again unless you were in a casket.
Ah, yes. And then you proceeded to inform me that if I were in a casket, I wouldn't be stepping foot anywhere. You're always so funny.
You think so?
Not really.
Oh.
But you look good. Honestly, I mean, you filled out some.
Thanks. Yeah, no, I go to the gym a few times a week now.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, good. Good, because we're going to need those muscles to dig up this undiscovered treasure.
Yeah, I thought you might say that.
You still have trouble seeing without those reading glasses?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to need you to take them off in the event you're going to want to pretend you didn't see this.
No, you can't take that. Those are my... Tipper! That's the keys that I... Tipper, don't... Tipper! Okay, that's cool.
You said she was your friend.
Thank you, Jeannie. That's awesome.
You know, he actually looked really good. He finally grew into his head, you know? Sorry.
So, are we doing this thing or what?
Stop! Stop!
Go.
No, do not go
Hurry,
in there.
hurry.
No, I'm a city official, okay? You can't be in there. No, guys, you cannot be in here. This is trespassing.
You're with the city, right? And the city owns the property for the time being? So no, not really.
Oh, come on, Ricky. Aren't you even just a little curious to see what
Technicalities.
this is all about? At the very least, spend time with some old friends.
Yeah.
Fine. We find the map, then out, okay?
And she never said anything to you about her little treasure?
No.
Okay, so where do we start?
Maybe there's a clue in the letter.
Oh, do you have hers? Right. 6 young children once changed my life. Kept my house a home when my husband died.
Now it's with you 6 kids, I leave what we own, and 6 keys you must find now that you're grown.
So where might this map be? This house is huge. Where do we start?
How about we split up? A few of us take upstairs, a few of us stay down.
Yeah, okay. Ricky and I can try upstairs.
In which case, we'll stay here.
And we'll check around our bag.
You are unbelievable.
Everett and I were never together. We kissed once, like junior year. And then he moved home, so there was nothing to leave.
He broke your heart. We both know that. And now he knows it too. I mean, maybe he's just trying to make things right.
And maybe I just want to move on.
Great. Maybe talking to him will finally help you do that.
Oh, wait, what was that? Oh, look at that. I've moved on.
Please, you check his social media at least once a week.
If I had some red hills right now, I'd click them and I'd send you home.
Well, don't stop there. Why not just drop an entire house on me?
Don't tempt me. Okay, but the X looks like it's here on the property already. So what are these other X points?
Maybe the 6 key locations?
6 keys to what?
Who knows? But maybe the final key will tell us where the treasure is. And maybe the first key is, I don't know, here?
So it's a key map, not a treasure map.
Look, for all we know, the actual treasure might be at the bank. Maybe the keys are to safety deposit box.
That doesn't really sound like Mrs. Marley.
He's right. She was all about the Christmas magic.
Maybe it's the start and the finish of the hunt.
What do you guys think about this? Maybe the helicopter wings aren't just wings, but what if this is the first X?
Clay.
Yeah, that could work.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't see anything on this side, guys.
Wait, does this thing open back here?
Who knows? Let's find out.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
Was she prepared?
You guys, there's a key in here.
There's one here, too.
There's keys in all of them.
What?
Did any of these mean anything to anyone?
Hey, that's my jersey number from high school.
And in our high school colors.
If Clay's key was here, then it looks like the next closest key would be due northeast, somewhere around here.
Okay, but that is definitely past the fence line.
Right, so...
That's the old wine cellar, the one that my dad helped the Marleys build.
Oh.
But it's gonna be dark by the time we get out there.
Well, then we better get a move on.
Yeah, but speaking of, how did Miss Marley get around here to hide all these keys? She couldn't have done it all on her own in her condition.
Oh, I've got a sneaking suspicion.
Hey, don't look at me. I had no clue. And if I had, I would have already unearthed this so-called treasure and made a down payment on this property, so...
Oh, there's keys in these. There's no ribbons on them, so how do we know which one is mine? Wait, the corks are different wine brand. Okay, so, hold on.
Maybe you should, come to dinner tonight. My dad makes a piping hot cider.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, it's this one. This is the wine from our wedding. She kept it.
Oh.
So speaking of, I've been wanting to say that I'm so sorry for missing your wedding. I just, yeah, I wasn't ready to come to terms with some things back then.
Look, we totally understand. You were going through a lot during that time.
Thank you.
Plus, what truly matters is you still sent a really great gift. We found it! Well, I'm really
That's definitely what matters.
There were all these bottles with keys in them, but we knew this one was mine because this is the wine from our wedding. Aww.
By the way, Ev, I know Michelle and Clay are going to meet up with Michelle's parents later, but Ricky is actually coming to the house. So I don't know if you have any dinner plans yet, but...
Yeah, that'd be great.
Aw, yay!
Trapped them both.
Come on.
Well, maybe we can make it to the game night, and if you guys can find the time tomorrow, you find the rest of the keys.
Well, actually, I already told your dad that I would help him for the coat drive. I mean, I hope that's still okay.
Of course, son.
It was... son? No. You can't call him that.
Yeah.
He's not your son. I'm your son.
We practically raised him. He was here almost every day after school. You kids had sleepovers almost every weekend growing up.
And the 6 of you were better than any of those other kids whose parents brought them out from town to play.
Yeah, that's because we knew the property backwards and forwards. I mean, it was a wash.
Well, if it's such a wash, what's taking you so long now?
Oh, shit.
The
Come
shade.
on, honey. They're gonna find this treasure. I just know they are.
The very last thing I wanted to do was admit to them that I was gay. And least of all, admit that I'd fallen in love with you.
What? You had fallen in love with me? Come on. That I find very hard to believe. Considering I told you I loved you 3 days after we kissed, and you said nothing back. In fact, you just left.
I know now that was a mistake.
Oh, I guess I can understand where you were coming from, in a way. It must have been challenging. I don't know. We're very different people, Everett. I was so ready to shout my coming out from the rooftops like, this is me! I'm amazing! Deal with it!
Go on with your bad self.
Just how you just know yourself.
It is a blessing and a curse. All right, maybe I don't need to be so upset about you being back here and all in with my parents.
Okay. We're getting somewhere.
But I do not know how I feel about you spotting my dad at the gym.
In those tight little shorts.
I couldn't help but see Everett left with a smile last night.
I think that's just because he escaped you and Dad unscathed, Mom.
Maybe.
Okay, fine. Yes, we had a nice talk. He got to explain his side of the story, but what? It only took him forever to do so?
Well, it's awfully hard to make an apology when the person that you're trying to apologize to won't listen.
Mm-hmm.
We're really sorry that we didn't tell you that he was back here sooner. It just didn't feel like one of those things we could mention over the phone.
Look, I get it, Mom, but he has literally been working next door for a while now. He told me he's been helping Mrs. Marley with that property on and off for over a year. So I would imagine that you had to run into him sometimes, right?
Oh, of course. I mean, we fed him lunch a time or two since I was taking Mrs. Marley food all the time anyway. Ricky!
Serial killer in the van.
Okay.
And she still scares easily. I wasn't even trying to scare you. I was just trying to keep warm.
Yeah, well, the adrenaline rush works too. Well, let's go find more keys to this buried treasure, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it. This way?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Where do you think half the old bears in here came from?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Your collection.
Yep. I turned 10 and the bear phase was done. But Miss Marley was great. I mean, she just made great use of them at the carnival every year, letting kids who weren't old enough to do the treasure hunt just come here and play with them.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, after you then.
Right? Has to be here somewhere. Let me just think. Okay. It has to be something that I identify with.
Half these things were yours. What don't you identify with? Okay, but there's no key underneath.
Oh.
Nikki! I found it.
Oh, yes! Okay, awesome. So then...
What's the next one?
All right, based on the trajectory of the map, the next key isn't too far from here.
Well, didn't you used to sell lemonade at Miss Marley's old stand?
They were Arnold Palmer's, thank you very much.
However, the point is, the lemonade stand is still here.
Did you ever, I don't know, have anyone special at any point there?
What, like a boyfriend?
A boyfriend, beta fish, parrot.
Yeah, well, sadly I had neither. You know, I think once I finished my MBA and my parents were gone, I just wanted to make money and travel, you know?
And did you travel, I mean?
You know, not really. What about you?
Me? I, on the other hand, had a lot of relationships. One year it was Chad, next year it was Brad. It was all kind of amusing at some point, until it wasn't. That's when I threw myself into my career and things really started to take off for Tipper and I. So I guess it all works out, huh?
Yeah, depending on how you feel about things. And are you happy?
Yeah. Yeah, I am, mostly.
You want to go inside? I'll check around outside?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let me check over here.
All these buildings are open, too.
What can I get for you? Besides this flawless holiday lighting scheme I just conjured up, of course.
Please stop playing, okay? We need to find this key. Hey, did you check the freezer?
No, not yet.
Okay.
What are these doing here? Here, let's check them. Maybe they have...
Those don't look like lemonades.
What is that? 4 down, 2 to go.
Have to wait till it
We
defrosts,
are on a roll. Okay, well, I don't feel bad for either of you. My parents are in Cabo waiting for me, and resort food is zero fun when all you want is some tradition.
Well, you're getting some tradition here.
Yeah. You know, surprisingly, this trip is exactly what I needed.
Oh, that's nice.
We're all very lucky to have our families, but especially this little family right here.
But what if there's not a lot, you know? Like, what then? I mean, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but it just seems like you guys have a lot riding on this so-called treasure. I mean, Ev, you want to put a down payment on this place, and you guys are hoping for a lump sum investment too.
Yeah.
I really don't think the Marleys were made of money, guys.
So whatever it is, you guys can split it equally. We're just here for the cocoa.
That's nice.
Well, that's very sweet, but let's cross that bridge when we get there. Who knows, there may be plenty to go around. But first things first, we've got 2 keys to find tomorrow.
According to this map, the last 2 keys are somewhere around here. And if this was Clay's, then one of ours is here.
And that would mean that the other one is on the Craig's property.
Maybe my key is hidden under my parents' house?
Okay.
That'd
But
be weird.
if these 2 are your keys, this X is Clay's, then where the heck is our actual treasure?
Did you really stay over here that often?
Yeah, the last couple months, every night. I practically lived here. I slept on the couch in the den so I could be closer to her room and, you know, hear if she called out, needed anything.
That's sweet. You know, I used to have to do that for Tipper after bad breakups.
That's a friend for you.
She used to call it my room.
I remember once she told my mom that she was grateful. Even though she couldn't have kids, she had us. What do you think Mrs. Marley would have thought about us being gay?
Oh, she knew.
She what?
Yeah, I told her when I came back, but she said she already knew. Said she always knew. Said she called it when we were both about 12.
How did she know?
I asked her the same thing. All she said was, I'm old, not blind. The fireplace.
Fireplace? Oh my gosh, you found it.
We found it.
It looks so good. I always loved the attention to detail Mr. Marley would put into his Christmas decorations. Oh, and when they would dress up as Mr. and Mrs. Claus at the Candy Cane Carnival every year.
Oh, yeah. Remember how they used to always make us dress up as their candy cane kids? They sure brought this place a lot of joy.
You know, I always wished I had siblings. So when Tipper's parents moved out of town and she wasn't coming back for the holidays, Michelle and Clay, their schedules are so tight, we never saw them. It just hasn't been the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You grow
Every
apart.
Christmas since I left this place. So everyone's been away from you. It just hasn't felt the same.
Okay, but you did learn how to kiss.
What?
But why would Mrs. Marley hide my key over here?
Because she knew about our kiss. I told her.
You did?
Yeah. She said she always knew we were perfect for each other.
She did?
Yep.
Well, she's not wrong, but it still doesn't make a lot of sense. All of the other keys are hidden on her property. There's no way she could have hidden my key here without my parents knowing.
Well, did you ever
Maybe
stop to
they
think that
did.
maybe your parents do know?
Mm-hmm. All his high school stuff.
Wow.
This is incredible. My key. It was here this whole time.
Ms. Marley always did have such a sense of humor, didn't she?
So you know where our keys were this whole time?
Wait, do you know where the treasure is? Actually, no. That's the one thing we don't know. Only you kids can answer that. And the answer's hidden somewhere we can't say.
What? Why not?
What does that wall tell you?
This is the key to the clubhouse, isn't it?
This is insane.
Their treasure's gonna be like each other or something. I can just feel it.
What is all that? Are these costumes for us?
Looks like it, but
Thank you.
why?
Crazy Miss Marley got us candy cane costumes.
She did. Guess she wanted us to put on one last carnival for Belleville.
What about the treasure?
I think we might be standing on it.
Those little shovels.
Guys, I think I hit something.
Ah! What? Is it heavy? Could it be gold?
No, it's definitely not gold. It's not heavy.
And a lock for each key.
Keys.
Let's do this. Wow.
To my friends, the Craigs love the Marleys.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe she left this to my parents. There's no way they know about this.
It's her old pearl necklace from the South Seas. I mean, I remember it so well.
To my 6 rascals. Thanks for keeping us young all those years and coming back for one last adventure.
That's sweet.
Guys, it is gold.
What?
About $250,000 worth of old mining stock.
Oh.
You can have my portion, Ev. I don't really need it. I'm fine.
Wait, what's wrong?
Ev needs at least $250K to save the Marley place, with back taxes and a down payment.
Well, that's okay. We can figure out something.
Yeah, maybe you can use your portion to, buy some more time.
No, there is no more time.
Hey, Everett. Don't you think maybe it's time to let this place go? I mean, what were you gonna do with it anyway?
I don't know. Fix it up. Make it a place people want to come to again. I still think there's something here that's worth fighting for.
I was hoping that you would come to LA. You can stay with Tipper and I while you look for your own place, or you could just stay.
Austin, you know how I feel about you. I don't know if me moving off is the best solution to my problems. I need some time.
You need some time. Don't you think you've had enough time to think? You know what? Maybe it's time that I think about finally moving on from you as well.
Let's just jump to the extremes.
Would it help for you to know that Miss Marley planned this whole thing not only to get everyone back together again, but more specifically to get you and Everett back together?
Why would she do that?
Because she knew how upset Everett was for the way he left things back then. Apparently, they talked about it a lot. And she also knew that the two of you would never talk again on your own volition. So she asked your dad and I if we would help to make it happen.
I love Everett. I have always loved Everett. But he wasn't ready then, and he certainly isn't ready now. And all the twinkling romantic lights and reminiscing and reliving how great our childhood was is never going to change that.
How you doing?
All right, I guess.
Just all right? You're in love, Ev. You shouldn't just be all right.
I don't know what's next. I keep trying to figure out my life, and it never pans out the way I hoped.
We know that
I
one.
thought if I could get this place, I could start over. Hey, Tipper, what's going on?
Well, we got a call this morning from the financial consultant who came to see this place the other day, and his people want to invest half of what this gold stock is worth in our company, so
Wow.
it's all yours. We can figure out the rest. Okay, and one more thing. It took Austin a lot of courage to come back here in the off chance that you'd be here for the hunt, even though I know he secretly wanted to see you after all these years. But there's a part of me that really wants Austin to leave here and never speak to you again, because I don't want you to hurt him like you did in the past. The Craigs told us that the reason Miss Marley brought this hunt back to life is because she wanted to bring you two back together. I just thought you should know. And Austin made his parents promise not to say anything, but he didn't make me promise not to say anything. I wanted
Technicalities.
to tell you because, in my opinion, the only thing you should be worried about bringing back to life is what you have with Austin.
We figured out a way to get people here for carnival tonight.
What? How? It's already Christmas Eve.
Because you're talking to a PR genius.
Well, being married to a famous basketball player definitely helps. Boom. We passed these out all over town. Drove around all morning with them in mailboxes. So,
Use his celebrity.
So, I think we have a party to prepare for.
Begins and ends with your name. Come on and marry me up. Don't let me down. Spin me around.
Using the property, huh? Well, I guess you got a city planner to give it the okay.
Ta-da!
They got their candy
I
game
don't know
suits
about
on.
y'all, but I feel pretty fly in this suit.
Clay, you look fly in any suit. Where are the ladies?
Oh, ladies, are you ready? Chipper mentioned that you're a little short on what you needed to get started. So, Merry Christmas.
Oh my.
Oh,
Mom, no.
the necklace.
Mrs. Marley gave this to you. I can't.
That's right. And we want to invest it in the best investment we ever made.
Thank you.
I just want to be there for you guys.
You do? Okay. Well then, what if you guys came to our big influencers New Year's Eve party? Huh? It's gonna be an amazing party, I promise, and tons of swag. Yes, you guys have a big following, which would only help our cause, but it'd also be really fun.
Well,
All
I don't
right.
have anything until the 4th, so I'm sure we can manage.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
Let me just fix that.
I thought he was blind without his glasses.
Fine. So do you have any New Year's plans?
No, not really. Maybe just skiing with my folks.
What would you say if I told you we were hosting an influencer party in LA and you're invited?
Are you gonna be there?
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go to your party, but only as your date.
Yeah.
Hey, Arnold Palmer?
No, thank you. I'll have something stronger, I think.
Okay, they're really good. That's
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Merry Christmas, son.
Thank you. I just want to say I'm really sorry with how everything went down last night.
Oh, you hush. You do not need to apologize to us. You're a family, and we just want you to be happy, whatever that is.
Only, we think you'd be a lot happier if it was with our son.
Yeah, well, that is if you'll still have me.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I do have some good news. I gotta talk to Austin first. Have any of you seen where he went?
I haven't, but wherever you're going, you are gonna need this.
More booze.
Wish me luck.
good luck.
Doesn't need luck, he needs a Christmas miracle.
Looking all cut in that bow tie and suspenders? Nuh-uh. He's ready to slay bells.
This is the best candy cane carnival ever. To the Marleys. I'll toast to that.
Yes, to the Marleys.
Salud.
Brought them all back together.
I just really would like to say something.
Fine. I'm listening. But barely.
So I told you that I told my parents that I was gay, but what I didn't tell you is how they actually took the news. They said they realized how short life is. They even apologized for waiting so long to come around and for all the time that we missed out on.
Mm-hmm.
But their only hope for me was that I found happiness. And then I found it with someone who made me as happy as you did.
Mm-hmm.
My only regret is that I just didn't tell them sooner. You know, because maybe if I had, then I wouldn't have let my fear get in the way of me telling you that I love you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the truth is, I didn't know what love felt like until I'd gone. until we were apart. We were best friends. And ever since I left, that's what I've been wanting to say. So that's it.
Wow. I guess I never did pick up the phone to hear you say it, did I?
Nope.
So I guess we each have one big regret. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe we can call it even now, huh? I just got one question about this Marley situation. So where does that leave things with us? You know, because I can't really do long distance.
All right, fine. You don't have to. This afternoon, I spent time with Ricky's boss down at the city planning office. I'm donating the gold stock certificate to the town. They turn this place into a public park and keep the house as a historical landmark, you know, for snowshoeing and carnivals. And
Wow, that's a good idea.
Ricky can oversee, so yeah, I can go.
And if Ricky and Tipper work out?
Well, then I'm sure your parents would love to have some fun with this place now that they're retired.
But does this also mean that I have a date to my company's big New Year's Eve bash? Because the whole gang is coming, and I do not want to be a fifth wheel.
Are you kidding? I'll be your kiss this New Year's, and everyone after.
Well, that was A Christmas to Treasure. I noticed there in the credits it said it was inspired by a true story, so that's interesting. I mean, it was cute. Not, of course, the best movie I've ever seen, but yeah, I mean, charming. And of course, I mean, it's got Kyle Dean. Oh, that man. Yeah, Taylor has himself a good partner. I think of the five Fieros that I've seen, Kyle Dean is my absolute favorite. I think he has a wonderful voice and he has a beautiful face, so yeah. But overall, yeah, you could tell it was made for TV and the production values were a bit low and everything, but yeah, it was just cute. I would probably watch that again. Maybe not next Christmas, but yeah, a couple down the road maybe. Come back to it and go, oh yeah, I remember that one. I hope you all enjoyed it. And until the next time we put our feet up, laters.